Hey guys, welcome to another video on Lucille Williams. I am so glad you're here. Today, I want to talk about Jonah. Now, don't stop watching. I know we've heard about Jonah over and over and over, and that was what I was thinking when I read it today for my quiet time. And after reading it, I thought, oh man, I've got to talk about Jonah today. It is such an amazing book. I saw stuff that I never saw before, so stay with me. My husband and my son are on the other side. They're moving furniture around. We went out to get some bagels after I worked out, and so I'm just in my workout clothes right now, but we are going to talk about Jonah. Will you talk about Jonah with me? Let's go. Okay, so we know that God gave Jonah a job to do. And then Jonah ran. God said, go to Nineveh. I have a task for you. Go to Nineveh. I have something for you to do. Go tell the people that I'm going to do some bad stuff over there. They need to clean up their act. And Jonah said, no way. I'm taking off. He gets on a ship. He's on the ship. The waves are going. He's trying to run from God. Now pause. Stop. We cannot run from God. When God gives us an assignment, we have got to do it. What is God asking you to do? Is there something God's saying He wants you to do? Maybe He wants you to start a ministry. Maybe He wants you to apologize to your husband because you weren't very nice to him. Maybe He wants you to reconcile a relationship that went bad. Whatever God wants you to do, we need to do it. We have got to do what God calls us to do. When God puts something on your heart, you have got to do it. And what did Jonah do? He didn't listen. He got on the ship going the opposite direction, and he got himself in trouble. He got himself in some big trouble. The waves are going, and they figured out on the ship that it was Jonah's fault, that the waves were going crazy and everybody was going to die. And so Jonah said, just throw me over. Just throw me overboard. Basically, he's like, just kill me. Just kill me. Throw me overboard. I don't care. I'm done. So they throw Jonah overboard. And what happens? We know. The fish swallows him up, and he's in the fish for 3 days. The fish. Anyway, he's in the fish for 3 days, and then God showed him mercy. God didn't kill him. Jonah was given up by getting thrown overboard, but God said, no, I'm going to give you mercy. I'm going to show you grace. And then he spits him up on the sand, and then he goes and he does what he needs to do in Nineveh, like he was supposed to do in the beginning. And then what happened? The people in Nineveh, I've got my Bible down here. The people in Nineveh, they repented and they went towards God. They did what Jonah didn't do. They went towards God. When God called Jonah to do something, Jonah ran away. These people went towards God. Toward God. We need to go toward God. Then God didn't do what He said to Jonah He was going to do. He didn't send destruction on the people. And then Jonah was upset. He was all depressed. He went off by himself and he's like, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me. It's like my little grandbaby. He's 18 months. He goes, me. He's so cute. Love that guy. Anyway, he was upset that God showed them mercy, and he had forgotten the mercy and grace that God showed him. He was upset with what God did with the people of Nineveh, and he had forgotten that God showed him grace and mercy first. And sometimes, isn't that what we do? We want God to do something with somebody else, and we forget how kind God was with us. We always have to remember that, and we have to show that same grace and mercy to other people. And then, at the end, Jonah was comparing himself to the other people. He was comparing, like, I have all this, I did all this, and this is what God did for me, and He spared them. And then Jonah went back to pity me, and then he wanted to die again. When we compare ourselves to others, it's never going to be good. We just need to do what God is calling us to do and not compare ourselves to others. And we always need to focus on what God is calling us to do and not compare ourselves to other people. Okay, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. And don't forget about my book, From Me to We. Go pick up a copy. It's pretty cool. And I'll see you next time. Peace out.